The ground in the Philippines has been restless. Recent weeks have brought powerful shakes to the islands, reminding everyone of the Earth's hidden forces. On September 30th, 2025, a strong earthquake struck near the province of Cebu. It had a magnitude of 6.9. The shaking was intense, and its effects were felt deeply by the community. Over 71,000 houses were reported damaged. Thousands of families were forced to leave their homes, seeking safety in temporary shelters. The event left a deep mark, not just on the land, but on the people who lived there. On the morning of October 10th, 2025, an even larger earthquake rattled the southern Philippines. This one measured a powerful 7.4 magnitude and was centered off the coast of Davao Oriental. The shaking lasted for what felt like a very long time, around 30 to 40 seconds, according to one official.
I am 46 years old now, and this is the strongest earthquake I ever felt.
The force of the quake caused damage to homes and even the front of a local church. A tsunami warning was quickly issued for the coastal areas. Then, only 7 hours after the first major quake, another powerful tremor, a magnitude 6.8 event, shook the very same region. This second quake triggered a new tsunami alert, extending the period of anxiety for residents along the coast. At least one person was reported to have died in the province. These recent quakes are not isolated incidents, but part of a much larger, ongoing story. They are dramatic expressions of the immense geological pressures building up beneath the Philippine archipelago. For the people living through them, these events are more than just news headlines. To understand why the Philippines experiences so many earthquakes, we must look deep beneath the surface of the Earth. The planet's crust is not one solid piece. Instead, it is broken into massive, slow-moving slabs called tectonic plates. These plates are constantly shifting, pushing against each other, pulling apart, sliding past one another. The Philippines is in a very unfortunate and active location. It sits right at the meeting point of several major plates, a hotspot for geological activity, part of the Pacific Ring of Fire. The country is squeezed between two enormous plates. To the east, the Philippine Sea Plate is moving westward. To the west, the vast Eurasian Plate is pushing eastward. Caught in the middle of a slow-motion collision for millions of years, this constant pressure has created a complex, fractured geological environment. The land is not a single stable block, but a collection of smaller pieces called the Philippine Mobile Belt. It covers the entire archipelago. Converging plates have created a network of cracks in the crust. These cracks are called faults. One major fault is the Philippine Fault Zone, a 1,200-kilometer fracture cutting through the archipelago. The constant pushing between the tectonic plates leads to a dramatic process called subduction. This happens when one plate, usually a denser oceanic plate, is forced to bend and slide beneath another plate. Along the edges of the Philippines, this process is happening on both sides. To the east, the Philippine Sea Plate is sinking beneath the archipelago at the Philippine Trench, one of the deepest parts of the ocean. To the west, another subduction zone is found at the Manila Trench. This dual subduction makes the region exceptionally active. When a plate sinks, it does not always move smoothly. The edges of the plates can get stuck, causing immense stress and energy to build up over many years, sometimes centuries. An earthquake is what happens when that stored energy is suddenly released. The fault that ruptures in a subduction zone is called a megathrust fault, and it is one of the most dangerous types on Earth. The recent 7.4 magnitude event off the coast of Davao Oriental occurred along one of these megathrusts. When such a fault ruptures under the ocean, it can cause a massive vertical displacement of the seafloor. This is how a tsunami is born, capable of causing widespread destruction when it reaches coastal communities. While large, destructive earthquakes capture headlines, they are only a small part of the seismic story. Earthquakes are a daily reality, with over 100 small tremors recorded each day. Most are too weak to feel, just the crust's constant creaks and groans. After a major rupture, aftershocks can continue for days, weeks, or months as the crust readjusts. After the Cebu quake, more than 10,000 aftershocks were recorded, dozens felt by residents. These aftershocks endanger weakened structures and slow recovery. Authorities mobilized evacuations, activated communications, and coordinated response after Davao Oriental. Preparation saves lives. Make a kit and a family plan. Practice drop, cover, and hold on so it becomes automatic. We cannot stop the Earth from moving, but with smart policies, safer buildings, and community care, we can live with the risk more safely.